This I wanna nail sports to the phone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, sports to the bone family? What's up? What's up? A blessed morning to you all, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing okay. Alright, coming up in this one, my viewers and subscribers, we are going to be taking a look at a few of the West Indies players that are over there in the IPL, but they are not getting any game time. You know, there are a few things that I want to say as it relates to these players, so just stick with us until the end. And while you're there, forget not to hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell, leave a like, and also drop a comment. Alright, my viewers, so there are a few West Indians that are over there in the IPL that are currently not getting any game time. Some of them, you know, they haven't played any game at all since the 2022 staging of the IPL would have started. Can't remember seeing Kyle Mayers out there, and I can't remember seeing Rutherford. I don't remember if he played earlier on, right? But these guys are not getting regular game time. And I was actually looking at it this morning, and I was saying that, you know, some of these same guys are actually harboring thoughts of representing West Indies in the T20 World Cup that is coming up in October. I think it is in Australia. So that simply means they will have to turn it right up in the CPL, my viewers and subscribers. Some of these guys are not lucky already when it comes on to putting up runs and then expecting to be selected. We would have seen that in the past. So the mere fact that they are over there in the IPL, I mean, getting on, well, they did the work, especially in last year's staging of the CPL. You know, people like Romario, Shepherd, and Rutherford, and these guys, they did the work. The IPL, you know, it's no on their CV, it's no on their what you would call their resume. But the fact that they did the work, got the contract, and not getting any game time, you know, the West Indies selectors have a thing that they call out of sight, out of mind. For some players, you know, if they are not seeing you, then it simply means that you probably won't make the cut. So you can call it that these players gonna have to work, probably put in double amount of work that they did last year in the CPL, because a few of them did some work in the CPL and then got a couple of international games because of that. People like Romario, Shepherd, people like Odin Smith, Kyle Mayers, these guys, you know, did well in the CPL. And well, Kyle Mayers did well in the latter part of the CPL, opening for Barbados, and you know, he got a look into the team. The fact that they are in the IPL and they are not getting any game now, you know, it simply means that obviously they are getting their money, you know. And when we talk about West Indies cricket here, a lot of persons like to talk about, well, they are getting millions, we know that they are getting their money and we are not fighting them. But I can almost guarantee you that majority of these players that are playing in the IPL would want to play in the World Cup against some of these same players that they are playing within the IPL, right? They want to play international cricket. So you know, they will definitely need to tighten things up, especially in this CPL. We see where well, a few of them, well, how many? Romario, Shepherd, and Kyle Mayers, out of the lot, they have actually been selected to play in some ODIs, you know, Netherlands and Pakistan. So they are going to have to go there on the front foot and get some runs and get some wickets, you know, as it relates to making sure that they are right back on track. But you know, IPL, a lot of talented players from around the world, you know, out there that probably can perform the same role that our players are doing and do it even more consistently. So this is not me advocating or saying that the IPL teams should pick our players, you know, notwithstanding whether they are performing or not. I am not saying that they should pick them. You know, I'm just saying that these players that performed well to get these contracts for IPL and not getting any game, you know, you can say their stocks are dropping. The stocks are going down because they went in, you know, probably got a couple of games, didn't do too well, have to go on the bench. Some didn't get any game at all. So, you know, they are not as hot as they were going into the IPL, if you understand what I mean. So, you know, once the IPL is concluded, you know, I think in the latter part of this month, then it simply means that these players will have to try and get themselves back up and running, try and get into some some leagues, and then the CPL, as I said, is what the selectors will be paying close attention to. So I'm gonna just talk about a few of these players that I can readily recall that are over there in the IPL that would be expected to take part or to go to the T20 World Cup, and they will definitely need to basically light up the CPL. So the first name comes to mind, Obed McCoy, right? Remember when he came back on the scene, I think it would have been last year, probably last year or 2020, when he came back on the scene, and was bowling extremely well for West Indies in a couple of T20 games. He was actually coming back from injuries. He would have sustained a couple of injuries a few years prior, and was out, worked his way back in, and came in and was actually doing extremely well. You understand? Got this IPL contract. He played a few games. He was having some injury issues. Went to the IPL, I guess. By the time it started, he recovered and got a couple of games. Didn't perform too badly, but it's not like he did anything outstanding, like you would say somebody like a Jason Holder that they could, that they definitely would have got, would get picked for his IPL team. So he's somebody that we want to rely on in both formats of the game. Like we're talking about T20 and ODI. Not sure how his body would hold up to tests as yet, but he's somebody that we are looking to, and we're hoping that he will be able to pick it up and produce in the CPL. Right. The next person that I am thinking about is Romario Shepherd. The Sunrisers Hyderabad, they spent a lot of money to get him in, and he's actually not getting the chance. As I said the other day, coaches and selectors and managers, they look at players in games, in training, put together the game situations, and they give you a scenario over and over. All right, you need to defend 20 of these 8 balls. You need to get 20 of these 5 deliveries, and believe it or not, these sort of trainings, they would use to probably select players. And no, you cannot always, bring the sort of intensity in training that you will get in a game situation. But somebody, these coaches will definitely go for players that they think, are players that are dominating in the training session. Give them a look in. If they're not producing, then you rotate. And Romario Shepherd, as I said, he did well in last year's CPL, took a whole lot of wickets, got some runs also, got a few international games, didn't do too badly, you understand, and he will definitely want to continue working hard in CPL. It seems as if this youngster, he's not a youngster, it seems as if this man is a hard worker, right? So he will definitely be looking to return to the Caribbean, not allowing what he would have earned over there in the IPL to blindside the fact that he wants to represent West Indies. So we're looking out for him. Next one is Fabian Allen. I personally thought that Mumbai Indians, I think he's playing for, would have given him an opportunity already. I think he's playing for that team. I think they would have given him an opportunity already. He would have shown that he's quality. But here, what no? Over there, his spin is no. I'm gonna go out and say it. It's not like he's a world-class spinner in the sense that he's better than what Mumbai Indians can find in the spinning department. They probably could have chanced it and say, all right, we will bring him in to the team as a lower order hitter, and then probably ask him for a couple of overs. But we see that they are sticking to their formula. We see a couple of power hitters not performing, and he didn't get a chance. You understand? They brought in a couple of they brought in maybe 1 or 2 other power hitters into first team, and they did well, and I think Tim David, is one of them, so Fabian Allen is definitely somebody that will want to play in the CPL, will definitely want to stand out so as to make sure that his name is on that paper when the selectors are drafting up the team for the World Cup, right? Now, Odin Smith is the next player. We all know how the beginning of his IPL career started. They said the man is like an enigma. They couldn't figure him out. This minute he's going for runs, next minute he's hitting ball over the boundary and all of that. But We remember when he was given I think about 19 runs to defend in an over, wasn't able to do so. Came back, I think the following game did well, and other game did well and thing. But he's not as consistent, probably not as consistent as his side would want him to be. And I think he's playing for Punjab, and with them having, I think they have Rabada, if I'm not mistaken. But with them having some other quality pace bowlers, they definitely that definitely put Odin Smith in a tougher situation, or a sticky situation. So he's another one that will need to put together a good run of games in the CPL that is coming up. He didn't do too bad the last season, so we're definitely looking forward to him doing his thing. Kyle Mayers is the next one, my viewers and subscribers. He is there, but I doubt he has gotten any game as yet. So once again, we see West Indies experimenting with him at the top of the T20 order. We don't know if they're going to try it in ODI cricket, but the fact that he's getting a look in where the shorter format of the game is concerned for West Indies, he will definitely want to go on a good run throughout the CPL to make sure that his name is right up there. And the next person, probably the final person that I can remember off the top of my head now, it would be Sheffield Rutherford. Another young middle order batsman that we are thinking that it's a possibility that we might lose him to franchise cricket. I'm a bit surprised that we have had so many games so far and we don't really see him out there as yet. But he's somebody that I'm hoping will play in the CPL and will do well. A couple of the usual regular starters are automatic picks. Let us say it like this: automatic picks for West Indies team, they are no longer there, right? Gale isn't in the picture anymore. He would have been an automatic pick. Pollard would have been an automatic pick. Bravo, that is Dwayne Bravo, as much as I miss him, he would have been an automatic pick. And back then we see where Lendl Simmons would have been an automatic pick. These guys are not in the picture anymore. Lendl Simmons did not come out and say that he's retired, so we might see him dominating the CPL and getting a game again. But the Bravo and Pollard would have indicated that they have retired, so that will definitely free up some slots, 2 slots at least. We're not sure what's going to happen to Chris Gale. He hasn't said anything as yet, but probably that's another slot. So all of these players that I just called, there's about 4 slots that we know would have been automatic selection that are not up there now. The Gale, the Pollard, the Bravo, and the Simmons when he was performing. So that is at least 4 slots. So these players in the IPL that not getting any game, I am hoping that I doubt the heads are going to be down because they are getting their pay, and we see where they would have been in the West Indies on several occasions performing and not getting any game. You understand? So I doubt their heads are going to be down. So I'm just hoping they will be able to stay focused enough to say, all right, we definitely want to do some work in the CPL so I can get in the World Cup team. But these are a few of the players that I am thinking, my viewers and subscribers, and I am hoping will keep their heads straight and a swivel when they come back to the CPL. And I'm hoping that the exposure that they got in the IPL will probably put them a notch above the other players that we have in the region. It should stand out. The quality should show. But as I said, it's not the gospel what I'm preaching. So you guys can go ahead in the comment section and agree or disagree and let me know what you think about it. Zane, big up on yourself.